got a little surprise for you here because those very kind people at Line 6 have lent us the brand new Line 6 DT50 amplifier.
And the surprise is, it's really good.
Yeah, it's the only one in England at the moment, and we've managed to nab it to do a video. So, what is the DT50?
It's an amplifier, Lee.
It's an amplifier. Carrying on with their partnership with Reinhold Bogner. I hope I've said your name properly. They basically come up with probably the simplest and yet most sophisticated tube amplifier that they've ever made. So the first thing I've got to tell you about this, there's no modelling or sort of DSP or anything in this amplifier. It's a straightforward all tube EL34 12AX7 based 2-channel amplifier.
Apart from the reverb, which is digital.
Apart from the reverb, good spot. What makes this clever is essentially it has some switching in it, all analog switching, that allows me to switch between 4 modes of amplifier. So I've got American clean, British crunch, British chime, and American modern high gain. I've got pentode and triode output modes. I've got a Class A, Class B, Class A or Class AB output mode, and I've got a full power and a low watt mode that I can use. Now, essentially it's 2 channels, but both channels are voiced identically. So the idea being is you would just set up the EQ and choose a different voicing and a different output stage on each channel, and that's how you'd get your different sounds. I really like the way there's nothing to store or program. It simply remembers what the last setting you had was on the amplifier. So we're going to go through those basic 4 sounds. And obviously a lot of people may decide that they like this amplifier and will just buy it and use it as a standalone amplifier. But where it gets kind of clever is it has been designed so that if you do hook your Pod HD 500 effects unit to it, the pod can actually control exactly what settings it wants on the amplifier for each individual patch on the Pod HD 500. So that's kind of cool and funky. But for now, we're basically just going to show you sort of, 4 or 5 sounds on the DT50. So no HD 500 plugged in at the moment. This is Rob's guitar straight into the DT50. Me just messing around with a few tone controls. So
let's kick off with a clean tone.
Okay, this is the second voicing now. So we're still on the channel A. I've wound the drive up a little bit more. This is British Crunch. What I'm also going to do, if you see me sort of fiddling down here, I'm switching between the pentode and the triode modes and the Class A and the Class AB modes whilst Rob's playing, so that you can kind of get an idea of how that affects the tone. So, let's go. That's
Really
cool. Okay. So the third voice on the DT50 is called British Chime. So we're assuming perhaps a bit more AC30-ish. So let's see what that sounds like. One of the things that I quite like on this, I think everyone will like actually, is the switching is really well done by Line 6 on this. It's using a load of sort of non-latching little toggle switches. So if you want to scroll through your channels, you just kind of like, keep pushing the switch.
So if this is
down.
a switch and you push it, it goes back to where it was, but
Yeah.
it knows what it's selected.
So it's kind of gone from channel 1, 2, 3, 4 would be like 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's like going through the gears on a motorbike.
Yeah, it's pretty clever. It's pretty cool. Just a nice little touch there. Anyway, right, channel 3. Let's get a sound, or voicing 3. I apologise. I've set this to Class A because obviously I'm trying to emulate the whole AC30 thing. And you can really see why they describe it as a chimey sound. When you play those chords with lots of open strings in them and things like that, it has a bell-like kind of quality, doesn't it? Okay, finally, voicing 4, which is the American high gain sound. I thought Chappers might like that.
It's really good. It's really, really good. I'm genuinely, am I allowed to say surprised?
Yeah.
I can say surprised. Surprised. It's a really good amplifier.
I think it's we're so used to Line 6 stuff just being
A box of wizards.
lots and lots of effects and clever stuff. It's kind of quite cool to.
It's
just go back
refreshing to have a combo, 2 amps, same each side, some seriously useful features built into it, and really nice sounds.
Yeah, Celestian Vintage 30 loaded as well, so nice. Hello.
That's a text. Let's see you text me, shall we?
Shall we? Was it? Let's make it up.
It was my wife.
Ah, she says something lovely. Anyway, so Celestian Vintage 30 loaded, and it's it's all the sort of pucker stuff that you'd expect to get on a decent amplifier. It's not cheap. I know I haven't told you the price yet, but this isn't sort of.
Once you hear the gain, you won't care.
Yeah, this isn't Spider kind of money. This is more sort of pro end type money. But yeah, let's. I'll tell you the price in a minute. Just keep you on tenterhooks there. So let's try voice number 4. We'll give it a bit more dirt.
That's a serious nice lead
And
sound.
I've set that to pentode mode and Class AB, which is typical of sort of modern high gain amplifiers. If I change that to triode, you'll see a little bit of a volume reduction. It'll probably saturate up a bit more. And we can put it on Class AB if we want a sort of a woollier sound. Sorry, Class A.
nice.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's kind of the demo done. It's not a complicated piece of kit at all.
It's not complicated, but it's really good. Really good. Like, really, genuinely, I would take that out and gig it.
Yeah, it's good.
A great sounding amplifier for everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you could play metal on it, you could play country on it.
Yeah.
What more do you need?
No, and we because it's a little sort of demo one that we got from Line 6, we didn't get a manual with it or anything, so we've worked it all out in about 2 minutes. It's really, really simple. And yeah, as Chappers said, good job Line 6.
The most important question of all.
How much is it? Yeah. As I said, it's not spider money. This is a little bit more pro, boutique-y kind of money. 3 different models. This is a 112. The 112 sells for just under £1,200. Then there's a 212, still 50 watts, identical channels and everything. That's going to sell for just under £1,350. And if you want the head, you can have a head version of this for $9.99, and then there is also a matching 412 cab to go with it as well. So, you know, I mean, it's going to compete with
everything. It's going to compete with everything, mate.
Bye!